to an update video on the progress of things that we've been doing on the M5 over winter. As you can see from some of the previous update videos, we've done a hell of a lot of work. Been all the major suspension overhaul, electric fan conversion, garage door opener, LED main beam, and a few other bits and bats as well. So this video is an update to give you an idea of how things have progressed with regards to what's been done so far. So we'll start off with the LEDs for the main beam down in there. So you see the adapters on top still for the wiring, and then the LED itself just down there. Initially, after fitment, I was a bit sceptical about the light output on unlit roads at night time, and quite a few of you were as well, so you all wanted an update. I can quite happily say that the light output is comparable, if not slightly better, than the standard halogen bulbs for the main beam. The light throw goes just as far. Obviously it would have been a brighter, crisper white due to it being an LED, around about 6000 K colour temp. The illumination of everything in the immediate vicinity is a damn sight better, and it's a crisper white light, and you can see what you're doing a lot better. So for the LED upgrade, 10 out of 10, absolutely zero issues, well worth doing. You may also recall previously I had the Induction kit as well, which I've reverted back to standard airboxes with modified air intakes, and the engine seems to respond a lot better now. I've still got a air intake relocation kit for the temp sensor, as the standard one sits in the passenger side MAF sensor in the UK, or on the continent the driver side MAF sensor. So I've still used an old MAF sensor channelled into the intake before the air filter box to get a true reading of the air temperature of the air intake. So that's worked 100% perfect, and after resetting the adaptations in the DME using the IMPA software, the engine is absolutely faultless, no issues at all. I was worried that after dropping the oil during the winter service there was a bit of metal contamination in there. Sent the oil away for analysis, and it turns out it was aluminium filings from the sump. So somebody's over tightened the sump plug at some point in its life, and bits of metal have worked away in there. So I'm quite happy about that. It means I don't have to do the rod bearings just yet, but as a precaution I'll be doing the chain tensioner. At the moment there's no Vanos rattle or chain noise, no chain slap, so all the guides are in good condition. And after having a bore scope down the oil plug, the oil intake, and examining the condition of the timing case internally, I'm quite happy with it in there. So what else did we do? We did the electric fan conversion. Now this I'm not right happy with, and I'm going to be reverting back to the viscous fan. The reasons why? Quite simply, yes, it cools and it does its job very well, the electric fan, there's zero problems there. But when driving around ambient temperatures with the viscous fan on, ambient temperatures outside of about 14-15 degrees, as we're starting to come towards summer now, so it's quite warm outside, and with the viscous fan the coolant temperature never really went above about 82 to 84 degrees, and the oil temperature stayed around about 75 to 80 degrees depending on how it was being driven. Obviously drive it harder, drive it faster, both temperatures increased, but the viscous fan kept that in line. With the electric fan I found that normal highway driving conditions and around town, the oil temperature is hovering around about 95 to 100 degrees, and when you're pressing on a bit it increases to about 110, 120 degrees, which is a bit warm, still within safe limits. and the coolant temperature hovers around about 88 to 92 degrees. Now, it's no issue, it's perfectly acceptable, but I'm going to put the mechanical fan back on, the viscous fan back on for peace of mind, as I'll be doing a lot of track days, and if it's getting up to those sorts of temperatures just driving around town and on A roads when you're pressing on a bit, on country roads, then on a track it's going to suffer. So the viscous fan is going back on. Not to say that electric fan's a bad conversion, it's a good thing, but the viscous fan is, it's designed to do its job, and it does it really well. So we go towards the back end of the car, and at the rear, as you've previously seen, I've got Timmy Tips exhausts and done away with the standard silencers and did a what's called a muffler delete in America, or a back box delete in the UK. And whilst I was happy with it, I wasn't happy with the slight booming below 1500 revs. I've got quite sensitive hearing, so it pissed me off, and it took some of the enjoyment out of driving the car. So to combat this, I had MIJ exhausts in Birmingham make up a couple of silencers for me. So 8-inch long, 6-inch diameter, 2.5-inch through, and I've mounted them one on each side, and I'm very happy now that the slight booming which I was suffering with on the exhaust is now gone. And also, as an added bonus, when I did a track day at Cadwell Park, the static dB test came out at 104 decibels, which is bloody loud. That was with a muffler delete, and the track limit was 105, so if it had been any more I wouldn't be able to go on track. And a lot of tracks in the UK have got a 98, 99, 102 decibel limit, so I want to get that noise down a bit, and with putting the extra silencers on, it has done. The overall volume of the exhaust at 3/4 throttle for a static test is now 97 decibels, which is absolutely superb. And it also means that the drive-by noise will be a lot quieter as well, as a lot of tracks have drive-by monitors for sound emissions. So if you're going to do a back box delete and leave the rest of the system completely standard like I did, just bear in mind that you might not be able to enjoy your car on a track day without some other form of silencing. And because the back boxes are free flowing that I've put on, there's no issues with back pressure and restriction, so the engine still performs as it should. Later on I'm likely to change the headers to stainless steel 4 branches on each side. See what happens in a while, money pending. Interior wise, we did the garage door opener, which is there, and that is absolutely superb. Still working, no issues there. Highly recommended if you can get hold of one. American spec part. The UK ones came with buttons on the mirrors. Not a fan of that, I didn't mean reverting to a square mirror. So the American spec part is perfect there. I've also done a LED upgrade for the reading lamps. Instead of just putting an LED bulb in like people normally do, I've changed the unit itself for a complete LED lamp unit. It took about 45 minutes worth of work. Drilling it out is not the nicest thing to be doing at 7 o'clock in the morning, but needs must. And the output of LEDs, as can be seen, is really bright. Nice crisp white light, looks OEM, performs OEM, and to the untrained eye you won't even notice it's there, and that's what a good modification is all about. Something that improves something without being noticed as it's been done. Also, you can notice on the underside of the trims of the doors there's a little orange strip. Now modern BMWs, your F10s and subsequently your G series that are coming out as well, have interior door illumination strips, or they call it mood lighting, and you can change between orange and blue. I've permanently fitted an orange using electroluminescent wire, and it comes on with the lights. So, and is also dimmable. Not sure if the camera will pick that up or not, but I've done the same for all 4 doors. So the rear, you can see a bit better. As the interior of the car at the back is a bit dark, so you can see it a bit better. Total cost for that was around about 25 quid. Electroluminescent wire, and then 4 inverter drives to drive it. And obviously when you're taking the trims off the doors, you're going to need some more clips, so you best getting yourself hold of some of them. Don't go to BMW, they're £2.50 each, and you need 5 per trim. Soon adds up. If you go on eBay, you can have a box of 100 imported from China for about 4 quid. So you can guess which option I went for. Suspension and wheels wise, all the tyres all round have been changed to Dunlop SP Sport Max RT2s with reinforced sidewalls and extra loading. Cracking tyre, never used them before because I've always used Falcons, and it was getting to the point where Falcon 453s were getting a bit difficult to come by, so I thought, oh, see what Dunlops are like, and very impressed with them. Absolutely superb tyre. And whilst I were adult wheels off, changing tyres, I did adult suspension, bushings, brake lines, brake pipes, clutch pipe, clutch fluid, brake fluid. Basically everything that could be done whilst everything were in bits on car over winter was done underneath. And it now drives like a brand new car, as you would expect for spending a small fortune on not a lot of parts. So that's all the work that's been done over winter, and as I say, because it's now getting on towards summer and temperatures are a bit warmer, there's no salt and shit on roads, take car out for a drive a bit more, and I'm enjoying it as it should be. I'll be doing a few more updates in due course. And the next major thing as part of the oil service, which I didn't get around to doing last time, is I'll be whipping spark plugs out and changing them. Plugs were last changed on inspection a couple of years ago when I got the car, and at the moment Halfords have them on offer. So if you are doing your plugs, get yourself down to Halfords, BKR 6EQUP plug spec for the S62 and the majority of the BMWs, selling these at £8 a pack. Normally they're £39.99 a pack of 4, so if you're needing 2 packs of V8s, you're going to be busting 80 quid. You can get 2 packs for 16 quid at the moment, which is astonishing, because normally even with the trade card they're only £21.99 a pack. So get yourself down to your local Halfords and get them shelves ripped before they decide to put the prices back up or sell out, as I know quite a few of the BMW people who are doing it as well. Obviously that offer won't last forever. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much. Keep an eye out for future updates and stuff that we'll be doing, and if there's anything that you want me to do, let me know. I'll see what I can do. Don't say get a new microphone for your camera, because these SJ cameras don't have a plug-in microphone option, which is a bit poor. Somebody else mentioned it. Thanks. So cheers for watching, and come back soon.